The quality is motivated. Are you motivated to make your organization the best? Or are you simply in it for the wages or the things that it can give you? So many times in 40 years of coaching, players came into my office and said, "Coach, I'm going to quit." And the number one reason was always, it's not fun anymore. I'm just not having as much fun. When I was in high school, junior high was a lot more fun. When I was in college, high school was a lot more fun. Well, I always thought about this story. The man and his son decided to go snow skiing. So they get to the slopes and they get to the resort, and the dad is looking at where the lessons are and so forth and so on. And the son, who's really a good athlete, he goes, "Hey, Dad, we don't need lessons. We just need to go and start. We don't need any lessons." And Dad says, "Okay." So they go out and Dad said, "Well, let's go to this beginner hill." "No, Dad. Let's go to the big hill." Well, all day long, the dad runs into trees, falls down, nearly freezes, has bruises, bumps, and everything else, and his son is just skiing like a professional. They go home at night, and the dad still hadn't got up on the skis. Probably, if it had not been his son, and he didn't want to look real bad in his son's eyes, he probably would have quit. But he couldn't do that. He was motivated to learn to ski. So the next day he goes back and he starts over. And finally, about noon, he gets up. And he is skiing. And there is no greater feeling in the world. He got up. He got up. Well, that's the way it is with most people. It's not fun when you begin. And you got to stick with it long enough, and you got to get good enough for it to be fun. Now, let me ask you something. How many things do you do that are really miserable? You don't. If it's miserable, you don't do it. You do the things that are fun, but you've got to make them fun in many cases. My son went to the Naval Academy, and he played football. And he called me one night and he said, "Dad, understand the story about skiing now." I said, "Really?" I hadn't even thought about that in years. And he said, "Well, when I was in high school, I could whip anybody that we lined up against. In practice, it was so much fun because I was so much better than anybody else." He said, "Up here, I'm the low man on the totem pole. I can hardly whip anybody." And he said, "But I never have quit. I just kept working, and I'm getting better, and it's starting to be fun." You see, you got that prize out there. I'm going to make this be fun. If it's mowing a yard, I'm going to make it be fun. Whatever it is, I'm going to figure out a way to make this fun. And then I'll be motivated to do it. But when you go out there and all you do is focus on the price, then you're motivated to not do it. Forrest Tenet didn't say motivation is necessary for good health. He said positive motivation. You need to be motivated positively. Find the prize on each thing and determine what it's going to take for you to be good at it. And the minute you're good at it, you'll be motivated. And you'll be the best you that you can be.